live. Live. Okay, April 21st, planning board meeting with 4 out of 5 members, so we have a quorum. So the first item of business, approve April 7th minutes that whizzed out today. Anybody look at them or not?
Yep.
Okay, anybody want to make a motion on it?
Motion to approve minutes?
Okay, grab a second.
Second.
Second, Phil, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, okay. Let's see. All right, A&R, Johnny Boy.
Jack, this is the,
No, but
is
you're wrong.
everybody, it's a two-page A&R, so.
Yeah.
I don't know if the
You
board-
speak, I'll deny. If you remain quiet, I might say, okay.
I would just pass it just to talk to you.
I would love to say that to Hasselmaker. He hasn't done anything for, John.
I don't think they were fairly generally.
Speaking of John and stuff, it's like an interesting sewer and water race.
Sewer and water regs.
Race 3 for 2, 3 for 1. James Paul, Bill Hamilton, coming out of retirement.
Yeah. All right.
All right, we have an A&R, Home of Little Wanderers.
Alicia.
Yeah, that's fine, I've seen it. John, you need a stamp on here that says these are not buildable as they are. Can you put
Why are
that
they
on?
not, why are they not buildable?
Because it's part of the whole site plan for the Little Wanderers, they'd have to modify it. So all you gotta do is put not buildable. All right?
On the 5 lots?
Yeah, because it's all, this is, when the Home of Little Wanderers came in, they put the whole thing as their site plan. You just can't cut off and say, you can cut off, but we should have the word not buildable there.
Well, the words that, under where you sign, that says that there's no determination of zoning compliance is what's required.
Yeah, I understand, but we've been down this with another applicant who kind of went, so if at least it says non-buildable, whoever buys it is gonna know it ahead of time until it gets buildable.
Why are they not buildable? I'm kind of unclear. They have frontage on a public street.
Because, okay, I'll put it simple. Take the Walpole Mall, we cut an acre off. Can someone just build on that acre? It's part of the Walpole Mall site plan, same thing here. This is all one big site plan that the Little Wanderers presented 10 years ago.
So I'm not an attorney, but zoning compliance is determined by the Walpole Building Inspector. So there's a note on there that says your signature is not making a determination of zoning compliance. So it's buyer beware. If somebody wants to buy those lots and take the chance that they're buildable or not, that's up to them.
Yeah, I
Not
understand.
up to the planning board. The planning board's
Okay, I understand, but why can't you
jurisdiction
put
ends with
non-buildable?
whether those lots have frontage on a public street or not.
Oh, fine, I want non-buildable, so maybe my vote won't matter, so. Everybody understand, I don't, Sarah, were you here during Home of Little Wanderers, was that
No, I think that was before me.
for you? It's
So,
one,
Jack, do you know, is it like drainage or like what's
it's
the
all part of it,
reason?
they submitted one big huge plan with everything on it, so so it's just like having one big site plan, so they just cut it
And
off.
so you think if they cut it off,
You don't-
it won't comply anymore?
No, you have to modify the site plan.
Okay.
This is an end around and them not modifying their site plan either.
So I talked with the building inspector about that. My understanding is he sent something regarding this.
Yeah, okay. So you knew this was coming, John. You knew I was gonna go, especially with the
I
person.
understand, but, I also read what's
Is
called
this
the
the-
A&R handbook. The
I understand,
A&R
but-
handbook basically says.
I understand what
The
it's-
planning board's jurisdiction begins and ends with determining whether each and every lot has legal frontage on a public street.
I was gonna say
I'm here to
non-buildable
tell
in the
you
form.
that each and every lot has legal frontage on a public street. The remainder of the argument that you're giving to me is in the realm of the building inspector. It's a zoning enforcement.
Well, it's not actually zoning enforcement. We do have an approved site plan. I'm gonna take the stance, I've been doing this too long to get rolled over. They have a site plan, they're gonna have to modify it, but you can't build these until it's modified. If we say no. The BS that we've had up at the Little Wanderers, I'm not letting this roll underneath the table, because that's been a sore subject for everybody in the town because of that up there, so. Now, this is to us, so you solicited, I've never had a buildings, they don't even comment on anything else, now he's commenting on this, but it says the letters,
asked him to.
yeah, in our opinion, does not require to go back in front of the planning board as we deem it a minor alteration. Site plan review is not the intent, site plan review, the intent is not met as such. Filed by an A&R, in principle, it does not meet the full intent of full site plan, section 13 of bylaws, location of building, setback, da-da-da. The A&R does not affect any of this criteria. Well, it affects the criteria in the fact that it does change the site plan. Do you agree?
It doesn't violate.
Does it
again,
change the site plan? That's my question.
I'm only going to answer that by answering what's required for the planning board to determine
I'm
to sign that
just asking your
plan.
opinion,
That's how
John.
I'm going to answer it.
Can I ask your opinion? Do you think it changed the site plan?
No.
So the site plan, you think you can just cut off anything and just,
Yeah, in this case, sure, because it's the buildings that constitute the home for the New England Wanderers now sit on 142 acres rather than whatever it was, 160 acres.
But
And the
without-
side setback, which is
Alright.
25 feet, is
Without having-
108 feet, so how does it change anything?
well, do we know we don't know if anything was shown on there that they were having as part of their fields or whatever, do we?
Do we have any comments from Carl?
Oh, we do? Oh, from Carl? Oh, there it is.
They came in today, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I was just looking at the A&R handbook, and they do seem to cover that on page 31.
Okay, you said the location northern of abutting property line, this has been revised and fine. The plan showed no monuments. This has been revised to show monuments. Question whether modified parcel requires site plan. I understand the building commissioner will provide separate correspondence, subject to number 3. I have no issues with them. And he just tells us further here that it's a scenic road, so.
So Jack, and just looking at the A&R handbook, and it has a whole section on approving A&R lots on the subdivision ways. And where it says, the process for amending a subdivision plan pursuant to Chapter 81W is the same process that a planning board must follow when approving the original subdivision plan. Rather than going through the public hearing process, Section 81O allows a developer or landowner, as a matter of right, to change the number, shape, and size of lots shown on a previously approved subdivision plan. A developer or landowner may also submit an A&R plan when changing the number, shape, and size of lots shown on a previously approved subdivision plan. So I think that means
But that's for
But
subdivisions.
that's not subdivision.
This isn't a subdivision. That's for subdivision.
just a site plan. Yeah.
They can change it within an A&R process within their subdivision, but, yeah, that speaks to subdivision.
But not on a site plan.
All right. Well, I know my
So-
vote on this, because I'm tired of getting hosed on these things. We got hosed on Summer Street, and all I wanted was a simple thing on there, but. I'll open it up. Sarah?
I think according to the criteria that we have to evaluate an A&R, this plan meets those criteria. And the note is there that the planning board endorsement is not a determination as to conformance with zoning. And we have comments from Carl and the building commissioner. So, I mean, I hear what you're saying, that ultimately they should maybe request a determination of site plan modification, but I don't think that prevents us from endorsing the A&R, and I would.
Well, what I find interesting about this, Sarah, is they very cutely didn't show us the rest of the whole lot.
It's over on this sheet.
Yeah, but they didn't show the stuff that's on the site plan that you can refer to. You know what I mean?
But how is that relevant to the A&R?
Well, if, in the site plan, they said part of the site plan decision is they wanna have soccer fields down there. and now they're taking up the soccer fields. We don't know what was, I don't know what was down there, if anything.
There's nothing on those 5 lots.
Well, I don't know what was put in the site plan decision. What do you want?
I just think that it's not something that we can or should evaluate personally.
Phil?
Yeah, I concur with Sarah. I don't see a problem with it in regard to the, meeting the criteria for an A&R. So, and Carl's comments, I would be good, I'm good with it.
Okay. Katie?
Hold on 1 second, please. So I agree with you, but I think that they're putting it in writing and taking the liability, because they're both saying that that's their opinion. So my question is, why does everyone else have to come in when they modify their site plan? That's the part I'm hung up on, but we have these two opinions that are saying, so I am a little torn on this one because of that. If the opinions weren't here, I think it's cut and dry, but because they're taking on the liability, I am wavering.
John?
I need to finish reading these.
Did we put anything up when we sign it? We're not allowed to do that.
No, we'll put our stamp.
No, I mean, I got him. The little one not
That's why
buildable.
I wanted to say non-billable. I didn't want to do it, so.
But we can't put a
I'll dig my heels in deeper than
We can't put a
anybody.
footnote when we sign. We're not allowed to put a footnote when we sign.
You can, if you want, just say that, they're not gonna bother. What I see is this was all stacked against, right from the start. It shouldn't have been. What should have been done, the simple process was, they should have come in front of us to modify their site plan. They chose not to, and they're not gonna come based upon the building inspector's interpretation, so they didn't want a whole audience of people up there that are just tired of this place. So they're not even gonna seek a modification, as you said, Kate. They're just, this is just gonna go poof. One of those, once again, we're not here to serve the people of the land. We're here for the town. So I guarantee the whole reason they're doing it like this and modification and got an opinion up front is they don't wanna go in front of the board to modify this.
So Jack, also in the A&R, it says if an applicant is unwilling to note on the plan those lots which are in non-compliance. So this was referring to other issues with zoning. It says that we would suggest the planning board consider the following type of statement. The above endorsement is not a determination of conformance with zoning regulations or no determination. So there's a number of statements that they recommend, which is similar to, I think, what they have on the plan. So that was,
That's correct. The planning board, when you sign that plan, you are not guaranteeing that those 5 lots are buildable lots, and you're not guaranteeing that the
Oh, this is on
remaining
page
land
45.
is complying with zoning. It's outside of the planning board's jurisdiction with an A&R plan. What you are making a determination is that each and every one of the lots shown on that plan has required frontage, required by the zoning bylaw for the zone that it's in, on a public street. So Lincoln Road's a public street. Each and every lot has at least 200 feet of frontage, measured the way it's measured in the town of Walpole, which is 100 feet at the street, or 160 feet at the street, and 200 feet at the 30-foot setback, or 160 feet at the 30-foot setback.
Question. I assume Kyle probably looked at this and verified that this border matches that which came before us for the Lincoln Road
I don't know.
subdivision.
I don't know.
One question is, was the right-of-way completely located on the Lusivita land, or did some of the right-of-way extend onto this
There's a
property?
piece somewhere around here.
That's, the road went there, but
Yeah.
the right-of-way did not actually go there, is
Well,
that correct?
they didn't, the easement?
Yeah, the easement.
There is, the easement can be anywhere, but the road they've been using, that was that piece. That was one of the reasons for us when Truax says, I didn't do anything with the other lot. And I think it's right here, John, they encroached a little bit, but it's their land.
Okay, it was, the easement itself really was
No,
not
what-
specified.
no, that's
and
correct.
It didn't encourage on this. I dispute the idea from the building commissioner that this is a minor modification. Adding 5 lots is not minor in my mind. That being said, the lots are set out, they have the frontage, they have the access. The lots are- Who do they have to come to about disturbing the walls? Is that,
That would be scenic road at some point.
is that come before us again? So before they can do any construction, each lot will have to come before us.
Yes, if they got a stone wall there.
Pretty much everything has stone
Yeah,
wall.
the third lot looks like there's a gap.
Right.
3 of the 5 lots already have curb cuts, or whatever you'd want to call them, through the walls into them. And 2 of them do not, so we'd be in front of you with at least 2 of them for the scenic road. We've already identified where those would be, kind of laid it out for any future owners. But we certainly wouldn't, I know this is going a little bit far from what you're looking at, but we certainly wouldn't be taking down walls where we don't have to take them. Or cut down trees.
Did we have a package for this meeting?
No.
John? No.
I have to say, it seems to qualify for the A&R treatment.
Now, I'm gonna ask Mr. Colossus a question. John, you cut the 5 out, but doesn't, if you look at this, you don't even know that, you didn't put this as lot 6, correct?
Well, I think it's labeled remaining land of,
Okay, so that's good enough?
yeah.
The other thing is you don't have the typical on here, how you're doing it. Right?
I'm not sure what that means, typical,
Every time we do an A&R, this lot from here to here to here to here to here.
you mean like parcel A goes to, but we're really not doing that. We're just taking one piece of property, which is one lot now.
I understand, I just asking.
I mean, this has been reviewed by their town council, so somebody's already looked at this and said yes.
Who's town council?
Not their town council, I'm sorry, by their council. This has already been reviewed by the council for the New England.
Let me give you a list of all the nitwits I've had in front of me who got as attorneys and they don't know what they're doing. You don't ever bring that up. I didn't say Phil,
Well,
yet.
I'm just saying, he
I go back to
represents the
Cobra, John.
owner, we sent him the
But John,
plan.
here's my thing with attorney,
Okay,
when
okay.
someone says, well, I had an attorney do it, good. Their attorneys will finish first in the class and finish last in the class,
Yeah.
and most of them are found to just go through here. I'm an attorney, you're gonna do what
I agree, but what I'm saying is, that it's not, I didn't do this unilaterally, I sent it to the,
John, you should've brought the attorney instead of you.
Did you read
You would've
this?
been out of here earlier.
Modification site plan,
John, I know you're going on the clock, so the longer I keep you, the better you're doing, right?
Maybe.
John, I haven't seen you in a while, but I've already said, so, someone wanna make a, motion to endorse?
hold off a moment, please.
Yeah. Wait 1 second.
Could I see the letters from the buildings commissioner?
Sufficient to justify such action. Section. Section.
Thank you.
Let's take a look at one as you go
yeah.
by, yeah.
Check clear.
So he did.
What,
I'm just checking the check to make sure it cleared, John.
Did it?
It says cash. You know, I find interesting, got nothing to do with you, John, but the fact that our Form A, they don't tell you how many lots you're doing. You would think they'd have something on there for that.
All Form A applications are based on sort of that same form, and boy, it leaves a little something to be desired.
Yeah, because
That's-
I'm looking
that's for
to
sure.
see, yeah, and it doesn't say how, you least like to,
They're all sort of based on that same format, and I get comments all the time
yeah.
about the form, and it's not my form, but
I'm gonna change the form.
based on the.
I think it'd make it a little easier,
subdivision
but
control.
yeah, I
It's
I
sketchy.
suppose it's because he
Yeah.
said it, he
Yeah.
thinks it.
you also picked the wrong night,
minor. He
because we
said
got a
it
bunch of
doesn't
cancellations,
require coming back to us.
so we got a lot of time to just,
We could just
Beat you
finish
up.
and go
And the
home.
intent
I'm not
is.
by the hour.
I mean, there's that.
Stupidly, I'm not like the attorneys, I'm not by the hour,
Yeah.
so,
I don't
Okay.
think it fits.
All right.
okay. I think you made the motion.
I can make a motion, but I'm waiting, did you discover anything?
No,
No,
what we
nothing
were
that
looking
seemed
at
to-
was this site plan modification section,
Oh,
and it basically puts it on the building
Building
inspector,
commissioner, yeah.
and that's what he did,
Okay.
so.
okay, all right, so I'll make a motion to endorse A&R.
I'll second it.
Okay, any further discussions, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, aye, abstain.
thank you.
Hold on, Jim.
John, you want all 5 signatures, or you care?
As long as there's 3 signatures, I'm covered.
Start.
For you.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Kate. I want to do these right now, Kate. We got 2 of them, we can do those 2 hearings while they're signing.
Okay, 1 second. 1 second.
Are these your copies?
Gee, I always thought the Home for Little Wanderers was like a charity organization, but they're into the big development. Like down in South Huntington, when they sold that for mega bucks. Now they're developing this. They're a big developer.
Yeah, I'm not really all that familiar with their operation, other than contacted me usually.
Oh, I know, but they had a nice big place down in South Huntington they sold to a developer a few years ago.
Not familiar with any other projects.
Okay. All right, now, which one are you? Nah, I don't want to sign. I'll just write no. Is that yours, Phil?
Yes, it is. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. With the hour being after 7:15, we have a hearing for, that's not it. That's not it. That is- oh, there's my agenda. For
We have 2 sheets.
1429 Main Street, site plan 21-09, to continue the hearing. And we have from the attorney that this office Representative John Marini of 1429, as a request to extend the hearing date from April 21st until scheduled for May 29th. 19th, I'm sorry. And he also asked for extension, so the first thing I'll do is, since the hearing's open and continued, I'll make a motion to allow extension through June 30th, 2022.
Second.
Second, any discussions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, abstained? All right, and he wants May 19th, and what would be on May 19th, Kate?
9 acres update and the Marion Street extension, the subdivision new, so he wanted it like at 7:15 and 7:16, so 7:15
Well,
is this.
we can only schedule that one, so this would be at 7,
15.
yeah, okay, we'll continue this until at 7:15 PM on May 19th. All right. All right, and that's 5/19. All right, and the next one.
Jim, if you don't mind, I just need it dated.
It doesn't say that in the A&R book.
A&R handbook.
Doesn't say it in there, John.
Today is the 21st?
21st. And I quick look at that.
Anything else, John, you'd like for us?
That's all I have.
You sure? It's been fun.
Yeah, can I have that?
Well, I do understand your frustration.
The what?
But I can only do what I'm
It should, I think it's in there,
required to do.
I think. Yep. All right, with the hour being after 7:20, we have a continued public hearing for 173 High Plains Street, site plan approval, case 22-01. And with it open, and we have a letter from the applicant's engineer, and he would like to request a continuance till May 5th, 2022. And we do need extension, correct, Kate? So he's asking the end of May, so I'll make a motion to allow extension up through May 31st, 2022.
May 30th?
May 30, he said May 31st. That's his extension.
There is no 31st.
What?
There is no May 31st.
American screwed. What?
He asked for the 30th, so.
He said it's right here, May 31st.
Oh, we did, okay, I'm sorry, because one of them said the 30th. Okay,
I don't know.
good.
Not gonna touch that, huh?
It's quite a meeting tonight.
I thought so.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, there is,
Okay, my bad.
but it's just, all right. I know,
me.
it's April, what is it,
30th.
April, June, and September, is that how it goes?
Yeah.
All the rest have 31? Except February.
Okay, continued on the
Yeah,
5th.
all right, we have an extension, do I have a second on it? With discussion, all in favor? Aye. And he wants it on the what, 5th? Do we have room on the, room on the ship? What do we got?
They just extended
Just the
on
clock
zoning
tower.
board last night, too.
The what, clock tower?
Wait a minute, hold on. Yep, there's room on the 5th.
Okay, what time?
We have a preliminary after the clock tower. Do you want to make it 7:16 so Dan's both together?
What time's the clock tower?
7:15?
Yeah, we'll put it after.
Okay.
If it drags, at least we're not sitting here. Okay.
7:16?
It's 7:16.
We'll continue this public hearing at 7:16 PM on May 5th, 2022. All right, that one's done. Okay,
Thank you.
and boom, boom. Phil, you here for more than one thing, or, no, no,
No,
I'm sorry.
Two endorsements, the site plan and, finally, Peach Street.
Put endorsements on both?
Yep.
Oh, we have the plans? Oh,
And here's the, I don't know which order you wanna take them in. You have copies, but those are the original Form F and operation
Okay, we'll do
maintenance.
Paragon first. Somewhere.
checked it, Kate?
This is from Cal.
What, you got something from Cal? Okay, which one we doing first? Oh,
Yeah, also, this was from Phil's office regarding the option
Yes.
C.
Can we just ask Phil about that and? Sure.
oh, this is the one for the condos?
Yes.
All right, speak to C.
Sure. I met with the property manager, Mrs. Valley, some of you may know her, she's a longtime Walpole resident. She talked with the trustees, and they voted for option C. And I have that in an email, which basically forwarded to you. So there's no longer an option A or option B or option C, it's just as is.
And it's on the plans?
Yeah, both of the abutters chose their options rather than to buy the book.
And does option C only
Basically
consider
goes-
that area Clear Pond Drive, or it goes up as well?
It starts at Spring Street,
Mhm.
goes kind of around the corner into the cul-de-sac, but
Yeah.
it stops roughly where the abutting property really is the house. The condominium actually owns all the way out to West Street, if you remember correctly.
Yeah.
So we stopped it, so basically that option B addressed the house, the single-family homes concerns, and option C addressed the entrance to the condominium.
Cool. Okay.
So it goes a little bit past the turn in the cul-de-sac, but it doesn't go all the way around.
Okay, so Kyle's already looked at it, right?
Yes.
I reviewed the bylaws, yeah, West Street. Yeah, I reviewed the endorsement, I don't know if everybody has this, and sheet two, C2 contains the decision. So it said there's now one more sheet than it was voted on. The site plan was approved January 13th. Comment 61 of my memo, adding drainage infiltration system. This was not done. I'm okay with it because some of the adjustments were made. The existing infiltration system, comment 46. It's all set. Want to make a motion to endorse?
Make a motion to endorse Paragon Weston Spring Street, case number 21-04.
Second?
Concern, a second? Do you
No,
have any
I think
concerns?
it's
So
fine.
is Phil seconds, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay,
Want to take the back out?
what is Cal's memo? He has a thing on the categories, and it's a red category. Is that a code? Oh, don't tell me every sheet's gotta be signed.
Looks like it.
It's a lot, yeah. Oops, you could see that coming. Sorry.
Maybe red means stop, it's done.
Is there the other smaller pen? If I sign with this one, I'll be in trouble.
No, it's a paint. My brush. Nice.
I'm gonna sign the second line, sir.
Okay, all right.
Nothing against you being here, but. These
I would have preferred they not all have signature blocks on.
The signature blocks are gonna be worth a lot of money.
Yeah, apparently. I'm never in the room when the final discussion between the engineer and Carl happens.
We don't, what do we sign? I don't, it's just like a subdivision, we don't need to sign the detailed sheets.
I agree.
Actually, what, you only need to sign the layout, right?
You usually do a little bit more, but that's the only one you really need to do.
So that's the only, and the other one is for Peach.
Peach Street.
How many lines on that?
Don't know, to be honest with you.
Probably not quite as many as this one, but.
You got the sale all worked out with that one? With
Yeah.
the- Yeah.
Everything, the bank gave the partial release. It's all under a single ownership, and then as soon as we get this on record, we will convey 1B to the neighbors, and they'll have a conforming lot. And And it's just a straight-up subdivision with
Two more.
no particular wrinkles, other than they gotta post a bond and do the work. The hardest thing was getting Zoppo into my office, once I got the thing.
Switch.
Complicated.
Their office is in Stoughton now?
Yeah, but they're a digger.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, no, I know the Zoppo, they was, I think the father was Tom. And one of them still lives in Zoppo.
I don't know.
I know your contractors. I think a lot of people moved to Stoughton back in the big dig. Nice, easy, on and
That's
off
true.
on 24. Boom.
Right.
I didn't.
It's a little trivia on the night of Ant. About the cooler.
Should've brought the dogs.
I apologize to the board for being late.
You're excused.
On your time sheet.
Some of my paperwork.
Let's start with this one.
Because it wasn't there.
Well, I was looking for, besides this, I have the, rules and regulations for it, and I couldn't find it.
Oh,
I know I brought it downstairs to show my brother, and I don't know where.
Do you need this one too? Yes.
we'll sign it Betty,
Do you have a date on it?
Bill Maloney. Well, John Cosman. You don't remember him? Way 60s. I could sign it by every, Kate could sign for every relative that's been on this board.
That would be a lot.
Phil just didn't prefer.
The original planning board.
Sorry, you just would rather have the smaller one.
A smaller pen, yes, yeah.
Maybe one of that, I don't think they're.
Or just get my name is long, so.
Do you have enough from John?
Thank you.
Are they gonna build themselves?
I don't know.
That's a lot
It
of,
sounds like it, but I'm not sure.
20, how many units, 28?
22, I think, is what we ended up with.
A lot of,
Well, to answer the question you asked earlier, now that it's public knowledge, they ended up buying
Paulus.
Garden Path.
Yeah. Gave me a head fake the other night, didn't you?
I said absolutely nothing other than you knew who they were. You did, you just chose a different group.
Wow, they're gonna be very busy people.
Yep, they are.
The new, doing this, and the Paulus.
Yeah.
Jack, we need to put the date on the bottom of this. Is that right?
Yeah, go ahead. They don't record them anyway, so
No, that was just
they never go leave the building.
pretty much. I'll take and make copies. You want 3, right?
Jack, you wanna sign these? And then they go back to John. I left you all.
Let's see. Come on. Can't say that on TV, can you?
21 or 22 today?
21.
Phil, should we do like the Norwood Planning Board and hold the meetings in a closet? So that they limit to like 2 people that can be there?
That is what they do.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Well, they actually had to move them because I forgot which department took it over. They used to live, the meeting room they used to be in, probably from there to the wall, and there to about where Jack's.
On purpose?
Yes.
Yeah, you look on when you get the cable station, they're right, you sit in the car, the applicant would sit right across from you. So do they ever get many people, or
Sometimes, and then they'd have to hold it somewhere else.
did that happen often?
Not really. Less than you'd think.
Yeah. I think my
I only saw one meeting. I accidentally stumbled upon it. And there was a woman on the board and she was zooing on Walpole. And the Walpole Woodworkers Development. And then she called Pat DeShane's my boy Pat, our boy Pat.
She's the,
Debbie Homewood.
He went to Walpole, that's what she said. You would have thought we were like the worst place in the world. It was funny. It was very entertaining.
Coming from Norwood.
you guys had a lot of continuances when people are in Florida, right? Mr. Toro.
Yes.
How's back though, right?
Oh, these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's everybody did.
That was it, Dave Hearn, the Mackey and Mackey of Norwood?
I guess he's also the town moderator, so.
Yes, that's, yes. Phil, I go back in the younger days when you'd have, what's his name, with insurance, Walter Dempsey.
Mm-hmm.
A guy, I forget his name, he owned the tool place. There was someone else who was, they were there for years.
C3 Jack missed.
You know what, John, I bet you no one will ever, if I left the shop, find that, or anybody even care. Alright. Done. You want this one now, Phil?
Yes, please.
We do have two. He's hidden.
Watchman do the one for the Route 1 too?
Yeah, we're just waiting for the appeal period to run on the decision.
But he did,
Oh, okay.
I didn't remember if he was the same.
Must have
he used
come out
them
of your
both.
notebook.
Same guy.
Is he gonna relook at Wallace?
I don't
They just go
think
on.
so. I think they're gonna use somebody else. I don't really know.
What do we have here?
Oh,
Oh.
no, this is the minutes for that.
Okay. We have the Form F covenant, signed and executed, so,
Nothing needs to be signed, they just need to be accepted.
yeah, accepted, then we can sign. So I'll make a motion to accept the Form F covenant for, look where it says that. There it is, New World Estates, dated February 16th, 2021, with last revised
Yeah, you can-
March
yeah, you can go.
17th,
Let's make sure we
2022.
approve it.
Do I have a motion, do I have a second to accept this?
Second.
A second, any discussions? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, and operation maintenance, and Kyle, Milo is just. And we have, he didn't necessarily say anything about this, did he, the O and Ms? I don't see it as.
We haven't changed them since the hearing closed.
Okay. So I'll make a motion to accept the operation maintenance covenant with the town.
Second.
Second, and we don't do anything with this either.
Nope.
Nope.
Just accept
Okay, we have a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstained?
Kyle wrote you an email.
This one? Yeah, this is the one. Yeah, you told him May 31st we had the extension through. You thought it was already up.
Right,
Yeah.
but if you read below,
Just to keep things straight and narrow, but no. He
Put a
reviewed,
narrow.
well, he reviewed the,
right, he was all set.
yeah, they should be endorsed. Yep. So, anybody have any questions? Make a motion to endorse?
Second.
Have a second? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstained. Have at it. Jesus, this is gonna be a right one.
Up to nothing.
Good ending last night. Last night?
Yeah.
It was, I watched it. I don't know what channel.
It's on the end.
Oh, Danny boy. The same thing.
I missed the first one.
At least everybody's putting them on the same spot, which makes it easier. We used to play Where's Waldo. At least Dan didn't put the town of Westwood Planning Board on this one. Why can't you sign it, scratch it out? Nope. I guess not, yay. Very good. Liz has to sign each plan though, or she just does it?
I think she just does it.
Because she did sign each plan. All right. Go, you wanna go that way, Phil? Why don't you give me Heidi while waiting there? Looks like you're gonna have to work more now, huh? Is that why I don't see you at the gym?
Someday.
All right, from petition to modify a subdivision approval. This is for Heidi Way. And when was it running out, Kate? Just so everybody knows.
They wanted to they wanna open it on June.
16th,
Yeah,
yeah.
so they were gonna run out before that. so-
Okay, so I'll make a motion to grant an extension. Wait a minute, did we ever even have this advertised?
No, not yet, but we have to do something.
Did we
with it.
stamp it though? All right. Not too sure.
So it hasn't been gone before the public yet?
No. And it's not going to be until June 16th. But we should have done it by like, I think it was like May 28th or something. I don't have it with me.
Where is Heidi?
You do it?
Off of Cow Road, West Pine Estates, West Street.
And he just didn't wanna go when we were ready to go. Yeah, I see why. He's just pushing it.
You guys
need
have
to open
another
it.
Sharpie down there? Thank you.
Is this the date?
All right, I'll make a motion to grant extension up through July 21st, 2022. For anybody who didn't hear out there, Kate's 59th birthday will be July 21st.
29th.
29th? You said the 21st was your birthday.
No, my 29th birthday.
Okay, I have this as a form of motion. Now that we, have an extension?
Second.
Okay, all those in favor, of extensions?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstained. So Kate, you'll just schedule it as normal, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Almost done.
And
Two more sheets.
that's the world
Jack,
being
did you
done.
keep one letter?
There's
I don't know.
None in the folder here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It might
I thought there
be,
was-
wait a minute,
Well, let's just keep them together then.
Yeah, just
no, one might be one of the folders.
Okay.
I do, oh, What, you want Kyle's letter back?
that's,
Sure.
All right, and Phil's, okay.
yeah,
Phil Matthews.
thank you.
How's that school rocket? Do they make any business?
Apparently 140 students, I found out today.
Really? But it's like after school, I imagine, right?
Yeah, I mean, it starts usually around like 3.
Can you hear them?
Not usually, but if you go out in the parking lot behind the office, you can hear the drums. Whoever teaches or plays around on his own, they're usually there till about 10 o'clock at night. You can definitely hear them then.
So Jack Black's teaching that?
I honestly have no idea. I doubt it.
You haven't started playing that song yet?
No. I mean, whoever came up with the idea, was probably making a mint.
No, they, what, you didn't see the movie?
Yes, I've seen
Yeah,
it
but-
several times.
But they took it on, the movie had the idea, they just
Right.
borrowed it.
Yeah, they, like I said, I don't know who franchised it and got the rights to the name. Seem to be doing pretty good.
Not expert folding.
Oh, Karen's house, so,
My folks' house?
Yeah.
It's getting sold.
how long ago? I don't even remember.
We signed the PNS last Friday, it gets closings in May, about 4 weeks. It's on the market for all of 2 days.
Well, we got a bunch of stuff for land that's gonna come here, and I know it's one off of High Street that we already had said no.
Mm-hmm.
There's another one too. And everybody's been jumping on, all over looking at the one on New Pond,
Mm.
owned by McDonough's from Norwood.
Yep,
We have the old boathouse there, but trouble is, all those lots down there are 40 feet.
right.
You know what's interesting is, I don't know if you're involved, your father was with Leo Cesario, that whole deal, but they built a house behind the house.
Right.
How did that happen?
I don't know. That happened afterwards.
Yeah, I know, and it's like, that's what Leo wanted to do.
Right.
But you have a house in the front, and then, because I looked, wow, how'd that get in? Kinda like when you do 5 A&R lots. There's another piece of property, land for sale, and it's like, uh-oh, gotta come in. And it went, I forget what it was, but I know what's eventually land in front of us, and then we'll be the bad guys. See, that house on Short Street, 1.149.
Short Street?
And the one they knocked Matson's old house down. The
Oh,
one that's,
okay.
they've been building for the last like year.
Right.
It came on the market today.
Is it a one-family?
Yeah, it's that one, you know where Matson's,
Yeah.
they knocked down next to Richie Bruno?
And they're asking that?
1,149,000. Can all be yours.
Short Street?
That'll be interesting to see. People will pay
Bill?
for it.
Want the elastic?
Somebody will pay.
You want the, Phil, we give free elastics.
Wouldn't be the first time that's happened in this room.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Have a good night, Phil.
Night. Last thing is master plan. Any updates? Anything to report?
Yeah, so one big update, as you saw, there was the EDC did vote at their last meeting on Tuesday to name Alan Murphy as their representative, as opposed to be representing the businesses. And I just wanted to ask to see whether the board would consider naming Meg either a special member. It would be, by the way, the EDC would have been very good naming Meg the EDC member, even if she wasn't on the board. That was one option. But I know we had dictated that members of boards the representative of boards have to be members.
Yeah.
So I don't know whether we're willing to ease up on that. The reason I'm promoting this and I'm persisting on it is because, for continuity. Meg has been a contributor up to now. You know, her going off, I don't see us getting someone very quickly, and also if we got someone, they're not gonna be up to, you know, up to the date, up to speed with what we've already discussed. So there's a lot of value. The EDC did, if you watched their meeting hearing, they were regretful that Meg couldn't stay on. So one option would be to let the EDC appoint her as the representative, even if she's no longer a board member, if this board would entertain that, or to make her a special member. So if you want to look at it one way, Donald is representing both the EDC and still the business. I mean, that is, you know, what he was before. So I just want to leave that open for your thoughts for discussion. But I think it would be very helpful for the board, for the Master Plan Steering Committee to have Meg stay on the board. The committee.
Well, the fact that, you know, we set the committee up based upon, has to be business, this and this done, I'll fit that, and she resigned from economic development, so that's what happens when you resign. So it doesn't fall, and it point her a special EDC, no, she's off the EDC. I mean, I'm a rule guy, so this is the way we have it. If someone from the business, but it's like anything, if anybody resigns, you can't, you try to fill it. If you can't, it's too late, so. If it was that important to her stay, she could have just stayed on and terminated herself at the end of what do you call it, master plan. She could have got off because you're not economic, you can get off any time, any of these boards, as long as you resign, so. At least that's the way I feel. Anyone else?
Yeah, I mean, I tend to agree. I mean, if it's really important for her to stay on and it's worth it, then I think we should like re-advertise or put it out that we'll accept another member, and if we want to modify, you know, to not have a business person, to have it another community member or something. But I just don't like someone squeaking in, like not really on any committee. I just, you know, I'm sure she's contributed greatly, and I'm sure, you know, the master plan committee benefited from her contributions. But if she's not filling the role on the EDC, then I'm not sure why she should continue.
I think if we're not gonna keep her on, I don't think at this point it's worth advertising. I think that it's a big enough committee and there are enough people on it that I just think bringing someone new in at this point would be, it's not worth it. I don't think it would be worth it for the person. They wouldn't get enough out of it. I don't think that they would have the full scope of what's gone on. So I think if we aren't going to, you know, she's not a business person, she's not on the EDC, so if we're not gonna have her, I say we just continue with the committee as is. That's just my opinion, because
I mean, you all are pretty close to finishing, are you not, or no?
No, so
How
we
long
have-
is it set to go through?
yeah, it's supposed to end in October, so.
So we have, the most important part is coming up, where we go through the recommendations and actually look at which ones these would be recommendations by the consultant, by Vera.
November.
Yeah.
And then now our committee will be doing the hard work of actually picking the ones that we want to put in the plan, and also, you know, putting the priorities, ordering them, and framing them that we think meets Walpole. So this is like the most important part of the whole
Well, I mean,
process. Yeah.
Has she spoken about why she resigned, but insists on
I think she might
staying?
not have resigned if she understood clearly what that meant. So that was
Maybe she can ask to be reappointed.
Well, that's a possibility. I mean, you know, again, that's a whole lot of processes to go through. Yeah.
Well,
But no,
yeah, I
that's
just,
it.
If she wants to be involved, I think Sarah's suggestion, maybe she should do that, and If Donnell was already chosen as a business representative, is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
Didn't
they
they
wanna
not-
do that,
I thought they knocked that committee back down, a number of people on it, didn't they do that, like 2 weeks ago? They came in for reorg or
The
something?
EDC, yeah, but I think there's still openings. I don't know if did they officially decide on it? They talked about reducing it, but I don't know if they.
well, was Donnell already on it?
Reduced it to 7 full-time members, and there's still 1 opening, because they only have 6.
Okay,
Right, so-
okay, so,
I can bring that up to.
I mean,
yeah,
I hate to be
yeah.
difficult,
I'm-
it just doesn't feel right that
Yeah.
somebody can just kind of
She wants to
come
get
in on
back
the
on it.
side.
Although, I want to be careful, she's not like coming in, she's
Well, I
been there
know,
the
but
whole-
she
the whole
resigned
time.
from the EDC.
Yeah.
Therefore, she's not not qualified, but not like, she doesn't fit the role of what we have decided should be
Right,
on
yeah,
the committee, so,
Yeah, and I'm just appealing to this board to consider changing
yeah.
that.
If she's
Yeah.
agreeable to that, it makes sense from a master plan standpoint, because she's only missed maybe 1 meeting, right?
Yeah, so she could easily catch up.
So it's
or-
not like bringing someone in brand new,
So,
if
Yeah.
she's willing.
Yeah, and I don't want
I
to
mean,
speak
I'm not
for
trying
her,
to strong
I
arm her.
haven't asked her that, so.
before the next meeting, you can have it all done, Phil, if she wants to come back just for that, and she can resign when it's over, and get appointed by the selectmen the next meeting, because they meet before we do, so they could be back up and running.
Hmm.
That's the quickest
Within
and
the,
easiest.
within the EDC, we'd have to change their representative, that would be
Yeah.
what would happen, but that all could be done.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's just internal, if they've already had her.
I was just
doing
trying to
that.
simplify things, so. it's
I
a-
know, it
yeah.
just,
It's
It's
a-
I think if she hadn't been already there for, 6 months, it would be a different thing altogether, yeah. But okay, if that's the wishes of the board.
If they got an opening, then she should grab it for a while. All right,
thank you.
that's it?
And the big thing, next week. Phil.
Yeah, so there's a forum on Wednesday at 7 o'clock at the high school. This is an important forum because their planning consultants will be presenting the vision and the goals for the master plan based on all the input that they got from the community. This will be the chance for people in the meeting to give more of their input. So I do encourage, all of us as planning board members to attend if we can.
You
And
said next Wednesday?
it's Wednesday at 7 o'clock at the high school. It's and we did get almost about 1,000 responses to the various forms that we had done for getting input before. So that's a high level. We're hoping to continue that. So we do want to see a lot of people come and hear what the vision is. So this is Barrett will be voicing back what they heard, but they're framing it based on what they heard as well. So it would be good to get more input. So
You gonna lock the doors?
gonna lock the doors.
You're gonna have a lot of people there just for the free din-din.
Well,
They're gonna chew and screw Phil, that's what's going.
Well, we're seeing. We hope
Lock
that's
the
true.
doors, Phil,
That
said
would be
no.
that would be a nice problem to have.
What
Yeah,
you do is
but-
you always
So
put
there's
some-
free dinner
There's free dinner.
Yeah, well, that's, yeah,
and some refreshments.
Yeah.
so lock the
And it will
door.
be, they're gonna be
Open bar.
presenting. And then
I
I
don't
do want to
want
also
that.
mention, there's gonna be an online, a Zoom
Yes.
session as well. So that'll be on Sunday at 3:30.
May 1st.
May 1st, yeah, the next, yeah. So that would be the next opportunity so we encourage people to attend one of those two.
Or
But
both.
but being in person will be certainly far better because we're gonna be breaking it up into small groups, discussion groups. So there'd be more of an opportunity for people to have those discussions among a smaller set of people, and often that can elicit more ideas and more suggestions when you hear what other people are saying. So again, if people can attend, we recommend that.
Okay.
Thank you.
That be it, okay.
Bill,
Make a motion to adjourn,
second?
all in favor?
Aye.